EA Sports dropped an absolute bombshell with Team of the Year in this game, and in today's video, I'm going to be going through and showcasing the top 8 Team of the Year players you got to be looking to pick up for your squad. Now, Salsa family, and welcome back to another Madden 23 video. Hope you watching this are having a wonderful start to your day, and without further ado, let's start it off with card number 8. We're going to be going from card 8 all the way through to card number 1, showcasing my favorite 8 players in this game. Now, for card number 8, this card might get a little bit of flack in the comment section because people might be saying, Swift, this card should be ranked higher, but in my opinion, I'm going to say Josh Allen is card number 8, and I don't have a quarterback ranked higher than him. So that means this is the only quarterback on this list, and he's only coming in at ranking number 8. Let's talk about why. So first of all, Josh Allen, great throw power. We love to see it. Speed is awesome on this card as well. My main issue with Josh Allen is, first of all, his release isn't my favorite in this game. I think there are better releases you can get with some other players. I personally prefer to use either Slinger 1 or Slinger 3. I'm not really super picky on which one of those it's going to be, but Josh Allen doesn't have either of those, so that's kind of too bad right there. Abilities wise, he's good, but when we compare him to Ken Stabler is going to be getting better abilities, or basically the same abilities, for a cheaper AP cost. So in my opinion, that's why Josh Allen is kind of ranked so low. Now, I know I shouldn't really be taking into consideration too many external factors like new cards in this game or players that are kind of different than these cards, but it's kind of necessary to look at Ken Stabler because of the fact that he's a gold 99 that a lot of people are going to be getting for free. So in my opinion, Josh Allen is slotting it at number 8, which isn't a bad rating, but let's move on to number 7. Now, number 7 right here is going to be 98 overall Micah Parsons, and you guys are going to notice a trend with a lot of these players. There's a lot of cards that are very, very similar to one another. So like Micah Parsons and Nick Bosa, you're not going to notice a ton of difference between those cards. Micah's got 96 speed, 94 acceleration, awesome, 97 block shed, really, really good, 88 power move, that's actually not very good, 98 finesse move is incredible, and in terms of abilities, the only thing that I don't love about this card is comparing him to some of those AKA players in this game. They get those X factors activated right at the start of the game, like the Tank or the Milkman. That makes those cards a little bit more overpowered as a pass rusher, in my opinion, than this Micah Parsons. Nonetheless, though, really good stats. The ability stack you're probably going to use is Edge Threat Elite and Double or Nothing for 1 AP, so really, really good right there. I believe that these new Team of the Year cards are the only players in this game that are getting that ability stack, so that's awesome to see. Stats are incredible. Basically, everything you could want in a pass rusher right here, and overall, I would say these Team of the Year cards are ridiculous. Like, most of them are the best cards at their position, and Micah Parsons coming off the edge, hey, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Number 7 is a good ranking on this list. Then slotting in right here at number 6, we got Nick Bosa, and again, it was so hard to rank these players. Like, who's to say Nick Bosa versus Micah Parsons? The cards are so similar. We'll look at their stats right here, and you guys will see they're very, very similar. In terms of abilities, again, you're probably rocking the same thing. Edge Threat Elite, Double or Nothing, 1 AP. How you doing? Keep it moving. That's beautiful. In terms of stats right here, very similar to Micah. Speed, acceleration, almost the same. The stats are a little bit better on this card, though, in terms of block shed, power move, and finesse move. So for that reason, that's why I've got Nick Bosa ahead of Micah Parsons. And if you're like looking for a pass rusher and deciding between these two cards, I would prefer the card with better block shed, better power move, better finesse move, and a little bit worse speed. So that's why we're putting Nick Bosa a little bit above him. Again, abilities wise, how you doing? Keep it moving. Same thing. Edge Threat Elite, Double or Nothing. Beautiful. 1 AP. We love to see it. But in terms of stats and the back of the card, I do prefer this Nick Bosa a little bit to Micah Parsons, so he's slotting in at number 6. Now at number 5, we got Underdog Fantasy, fellas. Underdog Fantasy, if you did not know, is the best place to make player picks. If you got a favorite team and you think you know your favorite team well enough, you can make higher or lower player picks and win real cash. Here are my picks from the last 2 days. $30, yes sir. $60, yes sir. Up $90. We have yet to miss a pick in the last 2 days. I'll be posting my picks on Twitter again, and if you don't want to miss out on the fun, be sure to check out Underdog Fantasy by downloading the app from the App Store, and as you're signing up, use my promo code, which is code SWIFT, and your first deposit will get matched up to $100, giving you some free cash. Who doesn't want free cash? But moving on over to the real number 5, we got a couple of wide receivers. Again, you guys are going to notice a similar trend. There's a lot of similarities between these cards. Like, looking at these receivers, you're going to notice a lot of similarities between the players I'm going to show you. Let's start it off by talking about my card number 5 right here, which is going to be Justin Jefferson, aka the second best grittier in the NFL. I'm number 1. Well, I'm not in the NFL, but yeah, let's take a look at the stats. Now, JJ is going to be clocking in at 98 speed, 95 acceleration, deep route running, short route running, medium route running. It's all amazing. In terms of abilities, you can put, I believe, short out, short in, and route tech on the card for 2 AP. So that's kind of cool right there. Honestly, don't think we've gotten a card in this game that gets that ability stack for 2 AP. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong though. 6'1", so like not super tall. He's not like a Calvin Johnson. He's not like a Harold Carmichael, but the speed, the acceleration, the ability to get in and out of cuts, I think is going to make this card good. And Justin Jefferson cards that I've used in Madden 23 have been solid. So JJ is slotting in at number 5. Really good player. Then again, a very, very similar conundrum conundrum, like I talked about before, is who is slotting in at number 4, and in my opinion, it's got to be Ja'Marr Chase. Ja'Marr Chase, very, very similar card to JJ. I'm going to give him the slight edge. The cards are basically identical, like way more similar than even the pass rushers. Like, as we look at most of these stats right here, shoot, you're just splitting hairs in terms of who you're picking. The only difference between these cards, let me tell you, I believe that Ja'Marr Chase gets 2 more acceleration and has a little bit better physical stats. So some of those physical stats like agility, like change of direction, I think are a bit better right here on this Ja'Marr Chase, but he is 1 inch shorter. So that's kind of up to you as to who you want to pick. If you're making the selection, honestly, just pick whatever guy you like more in the NFL. Like, you're not going to notice a difference between these 2 cards. I personally really like both of them in the NFL. I'm going to pick up both these cards for my team. And yeah, Ja'Marr Chase is going to slot in at number 4, a really good receiver. In my opinion, the best receiver in this promo, but you could definitely make the argument for Justin Jefferson. They're very similar cards though. All right, moving on to number 3 right here. We got a couple corners, and again, very, very similar in terms of how these corners are going to look. Let's explain the differences between the 2 cards I'm going to talk about right here, and let's start it off by going over the number 3 player. Now for me, the guy slotting in at number 3 and the second best corner in this promo, in my opinion, is going to be Sauce Gardner. Now, Sauce Gardner has ridiculous physical stats, bro. 98 speed, 99 excel, 99 agility, 99 jumping. Change of direction is a 99 as well. That's incredible. But the only reason why I've got this guy slotted in at number 3 instead of number 2 is the abilities. I'm personally not a huge fan of the abilities this card gets. I prefer the card that I'm going to show you in a second, the abilities that guy's got. So Sauce Gardner, for me, although the stats are incredible, the abilities aren't as good. You can't stack as good stuff, in my opinion, on this card. I believe this guy's going to be better if you want to run a man coverage scheme, but the guy I'm going to show you next is actually really nice in zone, and it's going to be Jalen Ramsey at number 2. Now, Jalen Ramsey, aka BDR right here, slotting in at number 2, very, very similar to Sauce Gardner in terms of their stats. I will say he does have worse physical stats, like 97 acceleration, that's worse. Agility, that's worse. Change of direction, that's worse. But to me, this game is all about abilities, and Jalen Ramsey gets better abilities for the way I want to play. If you guys want to check out the abilities these cards get, be sure to check out the website mut.gg. They showcase all the ability discounts these cards get, and I think it's actually really awesome when it comes to building your team to check out that site. But yeah, the only difference, in my opinion, between these cards is, do you want someone with better stats or better abilities? I'm going to take abilities. That's why I've got Jalen Ramsey at 2 and Sauce at number 3. But again, we're splitting hairs right here. These cards are very similar. I would say any of these cards in the top 8 are going to be great additions for your team. Then finally, moving on to card number 1. This one might surprise some people, but I'm going to give it to Derwin James. Now, Derwin James right here is just so damn versatile. You can play him at deep safety. You can play him as your user. You can play him as a defender in the box that's not your user. And reason being is because this guy's got 98 speed. He gets incredible abilities. He can hit. He can cover. He can really do everything. Like, every stat you see is like 98 or better. Man, zone, hit power, speed, acceleration, change of direction. It's incredible. And he's 6'2". I've played against this card a couple times online, and he pisses me off, man. He gets a ridiculous amount of interceptions and man coverage when people are usering. I mean, that's my fault if I'm throwing to Derwin James, but still, nonetheless, he plays really good, and he's got to be card number 1. Now, if you want to figure out how to get some Team of the Year cards for free, I made a video talking about how you can get 3 of them. It's on the screen right here if you want to click it. I think you will enjoy it, and you know what? Be sure to hit that sub button. If you've already seen this video and you made it to the end, hit that sub button or click this video. It's up to you. Do one of the two, though, and I'm out. Peace.